A statue in honor of a Zimbabwean scholar and humanitarian Tererai Trent was unveiled this week in New York as part of a project promoting equality, an initiative by Australian sculptors Gilly and Mark Shatner. VOA's Marvellous Nyahuye visited the unveiling ceremony of the statue and has our report.
It is about what we do with the education.
Tererai Trent appeared on the Oprah Winfrey show in 2009 and inspired the world with her story of pursuing her dreams of education despite enormous odds. Now, she finds herself immortalized alongside Oprah Winfrey and 9 other prominent women with a bronze statue in New York City. She is the only African woman to have received this honor. The Zimbabwean educator and humanitarian was honored as one of 10 statues for equality created by sculptors Gilly and Mark Shatner. The statue depicts Tererai Trent with her hands raised high, surrounded by the flame lily, the country's national flower.
It comes without saying that by projecting these women into larger-than-life-size sculptures, it will help change our society. A change that will elevate the lives and achievements of women all around the world.
Trent grew up in a village where she was denied an education like her mother and grandmother because they were girls. She secretly learned to read by using her brother's books, but was ultimately married to an abusive husband at age 11 and had 4 children by 18.
I come from a very poor place and I grew up very poor. I had 4 babies before I was even 18 years of age, and to think that because of the power of believing in a dream, and today I am being celebrated, and to think I have a statue in New York, the most celebrated cities in the world, it's just unbelievable.
But Trent did not let her dreams die. She moved to the United States and studied to receive a PhD, which took her 20 years to complete. Today, she runs the Tererai Trent International Foundation, which is committed to providing education to children in rural Zimbabwe, and is also a sought-after public speaker and author. When appearing on the Oprah Winfrey show, Oprah announced she would donate $1.5 million to assist Trent in building schools. To date, they have built 12 schools in rural Zimbabwe and helped 38,000 children get an education. Some of them are now going to university. During the unveiling of the statue, Trent said her greatest joy is passing on the opportunity she received to others. She said she made a conscious decision to end a cycle of poverty and oppression that had stifled the women in her family for generations.
My grandmother used to say that when you think about your great-grandmother, when she was born holding this baton, and she passes it on to my grandmother, that baton of early marriage, the baton of poverty, the baton of oppression, and she passes it to my mother. My mother passes it on to me. But at some point, I said I refuse to accept and carry on this baton. So as women and as individuals, we have that choice to say, do I want to carry on and pass on this ugly baton, or do I want to pause in my own life to reflect and say, what baton do I want to pass on? I'm deciding to pass on the baton of education.
Reporting for VOA News in New York, I'm Marvellous Nyahuye.